Ani Wiikwemkoong, Assiniwe Dijnakas. Ani Wiikwemkoong, it's Assiniwe again coming at you for Wiikwemkoong Unceded Territories Vodcast, our podcast initiative for our band membership. So I just want to welcome everybody for joining us here again for this third episode of our vodcast. And miigwech to everybody who joined in for episode 1 and episode 2. A lot of information sharing and engagement for our band membership. And again, it's a fairly new initiative, and the purpose being for us to provide an opportunity to, spread awareness, information, engagement, and then if there's anything happening for band membership, the engagement and the participation portion of that as well. So it's all about communicating, whether you live here in Wiikwemkoong or you live abroad, because many of our band memberships do live outside of the community. We have a few thousand that live outside of the community. So this is just in response to our band membership who live outside of the community, just to reach out and provide opportunities for information. So in our first couple of episodes, we did talk to our Ogama, Tim Amanika, as well as our Director of Operations, Shelley Trudeau. And today we are joined by our Manager for Public Works, Norm Assiniwe, and he's going to be providing an overview of what the Public Works Department is all about. So I just want to welcome Ani, Norm.
Honey.
Yeah, this is great to have you here.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
And I know Norm is quite used to having conversations and being in front of the microphone. You
yes.
might have seen him. He does a lot of he's singing and playing music at various community events and events actually elsewhere. So no stranger to this type of setting. So again, welcome, Norm. So as we mentioned, we're going to start off before we get into more specific projects or initiatives of the Public Works Department. What is it that Public Works does for Wiikwemkoong?
Well, with Public Works, we have 5 main departments. Well, 5 departments within Public Works. So our main focus is to maintain our infrastructure. So that's roads, culverts, water and sewer infrastructure, household and recycling with our transfer station, rural water delivery, and animal control. So the 5 departments under Public Works are the roads, waste and recycling, so the transfer station, water and wastewater, water delivery, and animal control. And we have 28 full-time employees that are working with our team.
Wow, that's a lot of employees, and I guess the animal control is just something that's kind of getting rolling up again. So maybe moving into maybe some of the current projects, your current priorities, initiatives.
Okay, well, we have a few projects on the go right now. One of our biggest ones is upgrades to our wastewater treatment plant. So it's a phase 1 out of 2 phases. So the first phase is we're replacing our 3 RBCs. They're rotating bacterial contactors. So what that does, it contacts the water. It removes pollutants from the wastewater before it's discharged into the environment. So that's a really new thing that we need done. The old ones are over 20 years old, so new ones are being replaced right now. We have 1 running. We have another one on the way to be installed within the next week or so. Then the 3rd one, and we'll be done that phase of the project. Our animal control facility. So what we're doing is we got tasked with operating an animal control program again. And so the facility on at Monument Hill, we're looking at redoing, putting hydro into the kennels, putting a feline kennel, so cats going to be housed there also, along with an office space, parking, and we're looking at getting a veterinary clinic in there too, so we can do spay and neutering during the weekdays, and at a reduced cost to band members. Gravel Resources, we hired a company, a local company, actually band members working for the company, to produce some gravel for us for our upcoming projects. And so this can be for the nursing home, the road stuff that we need, housing needs some gravel, and so we're kind of all pitching in and getting some gravel resources. So our crushed gravel, gravel, our pit run. And so we have that on the go right now. We're also with our transfer station. We're trying to get an addition to there was composting. So we're looking at an industrial composter. So this will take all our food waste, our wood waste, our cardboard waste. It'll go through the composter, and at the end, it'll become a mulch pile that band members can access for gardens. And so it's still in the process. We're still looking at proposals. We have one kind of picked out. They're really limited in Canada what we can get. So we want to make sure we get the right one that is approved for Canada. And so it's a company we're looking at right now. We're also doing a paving and surface treating project. Um, it went out for tender. We met with the contractors this past week. Their bids are due on Wednesday, I believe, and from there we'll select the contractors. So we're going to pave 2 kilometers of Wiki Way. So this would be at the Oak Ridge store area. When you first come into Wiki, there's about a kilometer there. We're going to do. It's really road's kind of really deteriorated. And then by the Buzzwell Park to the industrial park area, about a kilometer there too. So we're going to repave all that. Along with, we're going to surface treat Rabbit Island Road. So from Tower Street to the end to Jacob Jocko's. So that's 7 kilometers of new road that's going to go in this year. And that's that's it for the projects we have on the go right now. And there's other projects that are just the maintenance projects. We have a crew that's going on the subdivisions right now in Pontiac Valley. I did a Gobble Bend. They're going into Pontiac Valley. We're doing some ditching. So this helps with our drainage. So when there's storms or a spring runoff when the snow melts there, it'll help alleviate all these issues. The water won't be backing up into people's homes. This will go right into the drain system.
Right. Wow, that's quite intense. The way you just summed it up. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. When I'm thinking about, being in the community over the last year or so, you did a lot of work, even with, say, we're coming out of the summertime season now. The beaches,
Mhm.
in particular, Kings Bay.
Mhm.
So people would have noticed a lot of difference. What did you guys do upgrading
So we
Kings
did
Bay?
last year. We started working on the project with Kings Bay. So the road used to goes to the camps out there. Road used to go on the beach. We thought that was a hazard, so we created a new parking spot and access road to those cottagers that are out there. So we created that. We put some boulders along. They're kind of so vehicles cannot get onto the beach anymore. And what we also did was we put outhouse permanent structures out there from Scotty Pines portables. So there's an accessible plus two normal potties all in one. So it's all solar powered. We go fill up the water. The tanks there, so they're flushable. You can wash your hands. Everything's there. So that was a project that we kind of was supposed to be worked on years ago before I started here. Then I found out there was still monies for it, so we decided to get it done. And so one of our future projects is we're going to look at doing the same thing out in South Bay Beach because there's band members out there that are looking forward to something like that too. It's the same issue there. There's the roadways on the beach. We're going to move it behind more, block off that roadway, put more parking, and we're going to put one of these portables out there also.
Wow. Wow, that's just, that's amazing, and having seen it, firsthand from years ago to now, so this is, Kings Bay
Yes.
work, and for sure, we've heard from our South Bay, band members that they've wanted some improvements out that way as well, so it's really good to see. So when we're looking at, I guess, this falls in line with the upcoming projects, discussion, maybe successes, equipment, partnership, what do you have, going on with all that for Public Works?
Uh, Partnerships. We're trying to partner up with a lot of other uh, programs here in Wiki. So housing is one of them. We try to work as best we can with them. Uh, as long as same with new equipment. One of the biggest equipment we got this year was for our little sidewalk machine. We got the mower attachment, so that's helping us cut all the roadways because it makes everything more visible when you're driving, and cutting into ditches. So it's really helped us out quite a bit. That's about it there, I think.
That's about it.
I think
Okay.
so.
And, and you mentioned, earlier with regards to the services you provide, water delivery. Water delivery is up in our satellite communities.
Yeah.
We have, most of the village itself connected to the main water line. But I know there's a lot of, people that are, you have your regular routes, your regular delivery days for households, but there's sometimes when people do run out of water.
Yeah.
So what do they do in that process?
Yeah, so we operate Monday to Friday, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, with water delivery, and we also have a weekend shifts also. So if somebody were to run out water on the weekend, what they do is they'll phone at the garage, area code 705-859-2366. They'll leave their name, their number, and their address, and just indicate that you ran out of water. And we have somebody that will actually goes in twice a day, so before noon, and then in the evening they'll go in and check the machines, and if there's any water delivery to be out there, and they'll get those done. Same at weekdays. If you run out of water, please phone that number. There might not be somebody answering the phone there, but they leave a message, and we check it like every hour on this machine. So if you need some water, if you're running out, then let us know.
And I know, that's definitely a number that a lot of people do call, and again, the number is, for water delivery is 705-859-2366, and, also you mentioned earlier the roads. We hear a lot of concern, from our community members about our roads, I would assume that they're calling the department
Mhm.
and talking to you. So there is a connection if they have any concerns or questions about what is going on, whether it's the roads or whether it's anything else that, be related to public works. What's the contact information there?
So you can phone me directly, so at the band office, so area code 705-859-3122, extension 263. And so that number goes directly to my cell phone. So if you have an issue, you want to chat, we discuss some things that you see out there that we may have missed. So give us a call, and we really appreciate any info you can give to us.
Awesome. And, when you talked about your staff, we see them quite, active in our community in various capacities, as, Norman has mentioned, earlier, through the different services and the programs. Even with our events and initiatives that are happening, Public
Mhm.
Works is out there. So in whether it's preparing lands for, certain events, like this past week, we had a lot of events for Every Child Matters Week. And then we're going into the weekend as well for Every Child Matters, as well as the National Truth and Reconciliation Day, which is coming up on Monday, this coming Monday. So I guess your staff has been active all week, going to be into the weekend as well.
Yeah. So we'll have guys out all weekend. So we do for the porta potties. We have porta potties down at the ballpark, and our guys will be on every day. Cleaning and checking them in, and emptying them out every day. Or also me and another one of the managers, we're also musicians, and so we're actually playing this weekend too with two different bands. So that'd be Saturday and Sunday evening from 6 till 8. So come check it out if you're around, and we'll be down there.
And that's at Nimki
And
Park,
then keep it Ashing Park,
right? That's
yes.
our powwow grounds, as well. So that's a good plug. That's a good promo.
Yeah.
So come and see it. That would be Daniel Wasangeso and
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I've heard you guys in the past, and you guys are awesome. So again, that's just a little bit of insight into the programs, the services, and the work of our Wiikwemkoong Public Works Department. And I want to say chimigwech to Norman Assiniwe for joining us here today.
Yeah. Amigos for the invite.
Yeah, and of course, as he mentioned earlier, if there's any more questions, inquiries, concerns that you want to share with our Public Works, again, you just have to call the administration office, which is the band office, here at 705-859-3122, and his direct extension is 263. So again, Chibigwech for joining us for this episode of Wiikwemkoong Unceded Territories Vodcast. And I want to say chimigwech to everybody that is watching again as well. If you're listening, this episode will also be uploaded onto our Spotify account, which goes by the same name, Wiikwemkoong Unceded Territories podcast. So again, have a wonderful day, chimigwech, and we'll see you again on another episode. Bama.